Welcome along to Rockingham Motor Speedway, the only place in the UK where you can see super speedway oval racing. It's a 1.5 mile circuit, and today we have two 50-mile pickup truck races for you, constituting the Motors TV 100.
Well, things are busy down in the garages here at Rockingham Motor Speedway, and things getting underway today with a full safety briefing as ever. This racing the fastest in Europe. Race director Sonny Howard and technical chief Chris Baker making sure that the drivers know what's expected of them as they contest the Motors TV 100. In qualifying today, two sessions, the first of which was dominated by Anthony Hawkins, a lap time of 131.6 miles per hour here. Phil White second, Nick Grindrod in third, and Steve Dance fourth.
Pickup truck racing often throws up some new results. I won't say surprise results. It was a really pleasant surprise that Anthony Hawkins took pole position today for the first race. I say pole, fastest qualifying time, it means you've got to start 10th in the race. But first of all, congratulations on that fastest time.
Yeah, it was great. Everything felt really good. We did it on lap 3 in the first session, so everything felt good from the off, really. So and we just kept building on that, and nobody seemed to be able to top us on the time. So it was good. Our first pole, and really pleased for us and the team.
And although it's a reverse grid, you do get points, don't you, for taking that first slot. So although the viewers might think, hang on, that's not really fair, it gets bumped down the grid, but you do get a reward for it. It's 20 points.
Yeah, 20 points, and it goes down in twos, then all the way down to 10, but 10th place. But it was we all need some points, and we're all chasing for them. So it's a really good system because it stops anybody sandbagging, then trying to get to get 10th so they get pole. So it's a good way of keeping people getting the points.
So having got the fastest time in that first session, how much confidence are you going to take into the race?
Oh, excellent! It's first class, really, because you do feel that the truck's absolutely good. Everything feels fine, so yeah, it should take in quite a lot of confidence, and we are confident for it. So all being well, fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes, and we'll try and get on the podium.
Making a return to pickup truck racing this year in the UK is Paul Poulter, former Rockingham champion, so a bit of an expert here. Since we last saw you in the UK, Paul, I believe you've been elsewhere looking at racing.
Yeah, we've done been over and done a lot of testing in America with Key Motorsports. We've done over 2,000 laps of testing, and we've done two races, one at Milwaukee and one at New Hampshire.
And that was in the
Craftsman Truck Series, yeah. So it was really good. It's good that we got the build up from here to be able to go over there and get the accreditation to be able to race in America.
Does the pickup truck series in the UK take any kudos with it over to the States? I mean, certainly the experience obviously helped you.
Yeah, it did. I met with Brett Bodine and took a resume with me and all the information from what we'd done at Rockingham and everything I'd done in the Pickup Truck Championship. And then when they see what we were capable of, they let us have a licence and run races, which was brilliant for the pickup truck racing.
What did you bring back from the States to the pickup truck series in the UK?
I learned so much about the drafting. I learned the cars in America are much bigger. The way they run their races, because they run a lot longer distance. A mountain of information that you could be here all night. It was outrageous how they run their series. It's really good.
And good to be back in the UK.
Yeah, I love it. I love Rockingham. It's the racing today is fantastic. It's really close. It's really good. It's a good. I love racing the championship. I really enjoy it. I enjoy racing the truck here as much as I do in America.
Well, thanks for that and good luck today.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
The established stars in pickup truck racing have an awful lot of experience, so it can be a bit daunting for new drivers to come in. I'm joined by Paul Jones, a first-year driver, having his first full meeting here at Rockingham. Paul, very hot conditions here today, and your first full meeting. What are your thoughts about coming out and racing at the Rock for the first time?
It's just absolutely brilliant, I just thoroughly enjoyed myself, just trying to get the truck to do what I want it to do, and it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, whoever thinks about racing a truck, should just get out there and do it, because it's just absolutely fantastic, especially around here.
Your background's on the short O, was a quarter mile. Was it a big step moving up to 1.5 miles here? Is it a logical progression?
Well, basically, it's just a lot to learn. It's just totally different, and all these guys here are helping us, and all the stuff we bought from oval racing, we can put into the truck, but it is a little bit different, and the speed's totally different as well. So you know, but 140 odd mile an hour is a little bit different to 60 mile an hour on the oval, so there's a lot of learning.
Well, Paul Jones telling us that this is the fastest championship in the UK, if not Europe. And the other thing about it is the way it's presented. The formalities underway here, the national anthem for the start of the race. And of course, we've got those famous motor racing words to be uttered today. Our very special guest, multi-UK racing champion, European Rallycross champion in years gone by, Barry Lee. He's down on the grid, about to get things formally underway for us here today at Rockingham.
It gives me great pleasure to be able to say the foremost famous words in motorsport history. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Well, thanks to Barry Lee. Wonderful to see him here at Rockingham today. The anticipation building for this, the Motors TV 100, two 50-mile races around this 1.5 mile super speedway here. There is the number 8 car starting on the front of the grid, David O'Regan, the young Irish driver, about to get them underway from pole position. Remember, it's a partially reverse grid. The top 10 from qualifying get extra points, but they get their positions reversed on the grid. There's the championship leader, Nick Grindrod, in truck number 22, double champion in pickups. He's got the treble champion, Steve Dance, to contend with. We're on board with Jeff Dixon, ex-short oval lightning rod driver. And there's Barry Lee, wonderful to see him here, and his son Freddie watching the racing this weekend. Freddie, of course, racing in the Ginetta Junior and Ford Fiesta Junior Championship. But the grid, David O'Regan on pole with Mike Smith alongside, Charlie Weaver and Carl Boardley, then Paul Tompkins and Steve Dance, Nick Grindrod and Phil White on row 4, then Anthony Hawkins and Pete Stevens, Neil Tressler and Dave Weaver, Dave Longhurst and Lee Rogers, Paul Porter and Paul Jones, Jeff Dixon and James Goldstraw. Jones, Dixon and Goldstraw, new drivers and having to start at the back as rookies. Porter, having changed a tyre from qualifying, finds himself at the back as a penalty for changing a listed part, but it's the two stablemates on the front row. Michael Smith in 93, David O'Regan on his inside, last year's rookie champion. Let's see how well he gets away. The silver machine fires its way into lead position around turn 1, but they're still side by side. Looks like a great start as they come down to turn 2. This is a view from Michael Smith on the outside of the grid, down into turn 2, still side by side with David O'Regan. Now, when you're 2 or 3 wide, the drivers can't see from side to side, so they're helped by their spotters up in the gallery, and we're going to hear a little bit from Steve Dance's spotter radio. There are the spotters. Let's hear from them.
Side. Inside. Side. Inside. Side. 3 wide. Clear. All clear. Get boogieing, man. Good work.
Well, there you heard Steve Dance's spotter, and saying that 3 wide, because the drivers can't see from side to side, they rely on the extra pair of eyes that the spotters have to radio down to them to tell them what sort of position they're in. They'll say that there's a car inside or outside. You heard Steve Spotter saying 3 wide, and then say that he was clear, and that meant that he didn't have a car either side of him and he could take track position wherever he wanted, and we saw Steve's truck do that. So as well as it being a great driver's sport, and the drivers of course have to have immense skill, they have to be able to listen as well. So if you can't listen, forget about coming to race these trucks. And of course it's about the skill of the spotters as well as the engineers as well. So it's a big team sport and a big family sport as well. There is Nick Grindrod, championship leader, chasing his arch rival, 16, Steve Dance. It looks like Grindrod's gone through on the inside. He goes through. Paul Tompkins in the black and green 12 car goes through as well. Paul was a race winner here in his rookie season last year at Rockingham. What a monumental achievement that was for Paul Tompkins. Look at that, 140 miles an hour past our wall camera here. It very much is stateside racing. I'll say it again, this is the fastest racing in the UK. The age demographic of the drivers, I'm very pleased to say it's not all about young whippersnappers with big checkbooks coming in. Mostly mature drivers racing this. They're good old boys. It certainly wouldn't hurt to have a few youngsters come in and try their hand. And one of the things I've been saying for a while is there are a lot of drivers in the UK racing the single-seater route now that are looking to go and race stateside in Indy racing, and they come up through the junior Indy ranks, but do you know what, it wouldn't hurt them to come in and get some experience of oval racing here in the pickup truck racing championship first. Great view here at Rockingham Motor Speedway. Pickup Truck Championship well established. A good field of trucks out there. There's Cole Boardley in the gold 41. Multiple hot rod world champion. Mostly short oval drivers that come into pickup truck racing, but a few of them have come the circuit route. We'd love to see a few more. There in the Certec truck is former Thunder Saloon champion Pete Stevens. It's the white truck. We're on board with the black 74. Paul Poulter picking his way through the field from the back of the grid. You can see it isn't a smooth ride necessarily around here. Now this is pretty much a game of tactics for the pickup trucks. You don't necessarily want to be leading as you go on to the last lap. It's a bit like cycle pursuit racing. You've got to wait for your moment. Paul Poulter in the past was the master of coming through and blistering away from the field. He's probably the only driver I've seen in the past that's capable of getting away, but now the field have caught up to him. And I think what you're going to see today is pretty much a game of tactics as well as keeping up with the lead group but not wanting to break too soon. On board with Michael Smith, Nick Grindrod up ahead of us in 22. Join us after the break for more high-speed action here at Rockingham Motor Speedway.